We're going live, family. And I'm just waiting for some more people to come in. Trying to get this settled. Hey, Rakeem, Chris Dickens, Lang, Dane Miller. Grab your popcorn. Now, I'm new to doing a live stream, bringing somebody on, so I'm just waiting for my guest to come on, and we're going to go in and talk about this and give some clarity. Okay, so we're talking about Brother Polite and his scams, and a recent person that he scammed, not one of the old persons that's been complaining and talking legitimately about what happened to them and their business interaction with Polite, but we're talking about a new victim that no one knows about. A good brother named Craig Stevens that I know and is my Facebook friend, who I know for a fact is a good brother. And Craig Stevens, let me find the thing to add you in while I talk. I'm not seeing it come up, so bear with me, family. Bear with me. Bear with me. So Craig Stevens, if you see, it says accept the invitation. When I see it pop up, I will add you. Bear with me, family. Bear with me. We're just getting rolling. Let me try this again, see if I can add his name. Oh, man. Bear with me. Let me get my guest in. Craig, I see you looking for the invite. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but let me see. Bear with me, family. Bear with me 1 second, fam. Marcus Melvin, what did you say? I'm seeing the add guest on, so when I click on it, oh, there we go, Craig Stevens. Okay, I've added him. He should be popping up soon as you see it. Hey, there go Craig. How you doing, Craig?
What's going on?
Okay, so let me talk. So, Brother Polite, I told people years ago to be careful with Brother Polite because he came into the community about 9 years ago scamming initially. I'm a former real estate officer and I'm a loan officer. When he came into the community, he began to speak about getting property for nothing, getting land for nothing. And I was wondering, what is he talking about? Because it's just not like that. Property and land that's available for free is usually snatched up by people who got money. There's just no properties and land just sitting around free for the taking. If it was, all these white boys and Jews would have snatched it up. So what Polite was doing was seeing available properties and land that you have to bid on. It's just public auction. They're public auctions. You bid on the land and you have a slight chance to get the property or land if you win the bid. Now, when you win the bid, if you're so lucky to get the property, then you have to have a bunch of money to even build on the property, piping, construction, and things of that nature. And these people didn't have that money. It was a few people who got land and didn't do nothing with it. It's just some wasteful land that they could not do nothing with. That's how he came into the community scamming. Nothing is for free. Never believe anything is for free. It costs something. So I warned people when he came into the movement, be careful. You're not getting no land and property for free. The Jews and white boys and Asians would have been had it and nothing left for you. Okay? You have to be smart. And I told people this and they didn't understand. Okay. The next scam, he began to talk about status correction, which is another scam. He was taking people's money for real estate business and they didn't succeed in the real estate business. And he was coming up. Then he began the status correction, where he would take people's money for showing them how to basically incorporate or start a nonprofit mutual benefit corporation. That's all. So in that case, you can buy things and do business in your business name. It's nothing special. Status correction is a scam. And anyone coming out their mouth saying status correction is a scammer. Okay? So he went through years of scamming people, people busting him, putting out information, and people giving him breaks and passes. Y'all share this video because it's about to get real interesting, okay? Share the video. We're going to stop the bullshit. We're going to stop people from scamming. We're going to stop people from intentionally miseducating. We're going to do that, okay? Share this video. Now, he began to, his latest scam. Before this new scam, he claimed that he was the owner of the Cargominium projects that was going on in Ohio. Y'all remember that? There's been videos out here and they busted him on that. He didn't own the property. He trespassed on the land and made a video. He claimed that the project was his in his building. And his intent was to take donations for people for that project that was not his. I've posted videos on that. We prove it. The project, the Cargominium project, was on the news everywhere. The man who owns the Cargominium project, who's running it, told everyone Polite has nothing to do with it. He don't even know Polite. People were still in denial. The man forced Polite to make a video because he was going to file charges on Polite. He forced Polite to make a video saying that the Cargominium project wasn't his and to apologize, because Polite ended up calling the man, and he's my Facebook friend, I know. We spoke. Polite ended up calling the man, begging him not to press charges. This is how Polite gets away with it. Polite begged the man not to press charges and said he would make a public video apologizing to the people and telling the people that's not his project, it's someone else's project. And he did a haphazard video doing it, but still tried to clean it. But he left the project and left it alone, okay? So the reason he gets away with things is he has a gift for gab. And he's a smooth talker. So most recent scams, people want to justify and excuse Polite and blame the victim and do the victim blaming. Oh, these people should know better by now. They should know better. Polite scamming practices are everywhere. Why are they still giving him money? This is what people are saying. But people have to realize that there's 45 million Black people in America. Everyone does not know Brother Polite. I can ask my mama and daddy and my brother who Brother Polite is, and they will say, I don't know who Brother Polite is. So what you have is you get people recently getting to know him by following his Facebook page. People that are not, or what we consider have been in the so-called conscious community for a while, they're new people on different journeys and just finding out about Polite, and they don't know his past history. It's not their fault. They see him mingling and interacting with so-called important people and celebrities, So they believe him. They see a bunch of people co-signing him. So they don't know, and it's not their fault per se. They enter into the situation naive and genuinely naive, but they don't mean any harm. They're trying to see what they can do with their business, how they can get their business off the ground, how they can network with a brother like Polite, because they see him as being successful. And one thing, Polite don't have no season tickets to Clippers and Lakers games. All them season tickets, I'm in Los Angeles. All them season tickets to Lakers and Clippers games are sold up by rich whites, Jews, and Asians. You cannot get no front row seats. What Polite does is he's like a paparazzi kind of guy. He stalks celebrities. He approaches them and asks them, what day you're not going to be here? Maybe I can rent your seat out, because there are no season tickets available. He doesn't have them. He's lied to you guys. If someone's not going to be in their seat for that day, Polite asks them. They say, okay, I'm not going to be here this such and such day. You can go, send me $5,000 and I'll give you my seat. That's how he gets front row seats. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have a party bus. That's not his. He rented it. Brother Polite does not have any property, and I told people this. I told my broker, and I told people several years when he moved to LA, he does not own property. My broker has searched his name in the property list. He does not have any property. He rents. This is the reason Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, who changed his name to Meta World Peace does not mess with Polite anymore. Polite burned him. Ask Polite, why doesn't he mess with Meta World Peace? Ron Polite, the NBA player, because Polite burned him. This is how he stepped up he steps on people to get where he's at. All them celebrities he take photos with are photo ops, because he stalks them. They don't know Polite like that. They don't hang with Polite like that. Now, I got my brother Craig here, who has a great business, and that's how I ran into him. I was impressed by his business. I was impressed by his marketing ability, and he can tell you how he met Polite, and he met Polite, and they exchanged business around the time he was promoting that was his Cargominium program, which it wasn't. He lied. So he got a lot of people on board simply talking about that, and people wanted to invest. People wanted to pay him for his mentorship, where he supposedly chose to show you different streams of income. But once you pay Polite, he disappears on you. Now, Brother Craig Stevens, I like the brother, and I genuinely check out people before I talk to them, before I believe in them. I do my due diligence and research. Okay, and Craig is a good brother. He did not know Polite as long as I did and as long as others did. He just met Polite recently, and he got scammed in February, and this has been continuing on to now, which is only like 4 or 5 months ago. So Brother Craig, how much money did you give Polite to help you out, and what did he promise you?
I gave Polite $4,000. He promised me 45 days of mentorship. He promised me in the 45 days of the mentorship program that I will also learn three different incomes in the program. I will learn mental health in the program, a diet in the program. But ever since I sent him the money, I never heard from him. I met Brother Polite. Well, it was online. I did a little research, but I mean, my first time seeing Brother Polite was I seen a clip of him on the Breakfast Club with Ron Artest or whatever, and I mean, I began to follow him. I guess I didn't do my research, but for what I had going on, I mean, it sounded good. Him writing the 90 books, I suppose. I mean, now I know everything Bouffalé. But at the time, it sounded good, and for what I have going on, I mean, I was taking an investment into myself. I mean, at the time, I was thinking to get me a mentor. Here, I don't have a mentor, so I was thinking, hey, this brother, he got a mentorship program. I mean, hey, he know all these celebrities. He with all these different people. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think he was scamming me at first. But I learned quickly what it was, because after he got the money, I mean, I haven't heard from him since. There's a Bouffale response to the email 1 or 2 times, and the same thing with the Facebook page. But I mean, he still got the same phone number. I mean, and periodically he'll answer it because it's his hotline for scamming. So he still got the same email. So he ain't gonna change up that, but he not gonna respond.
Right. And I've seen all the receipts I've shown you, and they are receipts. There is proof of this. No one's just talking. And later on, you know, after this video, I'll post them. And one other thing that disturbed me, Craig, and this happens, like, you know, say, you know, I was married before, you know, I've been in relationships and lived with women. And if I make a decision for the family to invest my money into something, and do something for our family, and it doesn't work out, I can cause problems with my wife or whatever girl I'm cohabitating with. And I noticed this with 2 other people. These people's wives were very, very upset. This is not only beating people out of money, it's causing problems in these people's homes and their marriage and in their life. And I think one time you mentioned, I'm not saying this is going on in your household, Craig, but I think you mentioned that you had to explain this to your wife and she was a little bothered. Is that true?
Yeah, I had to explain this to my wife. I mean, I definitely had to explain this. I mean, $4,000. I mean, even though it was my decision and my money, I still had to explain this because I take care of this household. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it was a setback at the time, but I mean, I learned from my mistakes. I just figured I'll put myself in a position to, for one, not let it happen again, and for when my voice get loud enough, make sure that he don't do it to anyone else. And then one day I'm gonna be next to him. I mean, I'm putting myself in a position where I'm gonna see him face to face one day. Not saying I'm gonna be violent or anything, but I mean, I'm just putting myself in a position to be bigger than him and better than him, and what he got going on. For my well-being.
And I know the brother Craig is very genuine because he didn't go on a smear campaign. He sucked it up and took a loss. But I said to myself, I'm tired of people taking a loss, right? It's been repeated for years and years. 5 years ago, Polite said, I'm gonna stop, you know, and this and that. A year after that, I'm gonna stop this and that. Apologize 100 times. And today, in the year 2018, he is still continuing these tactics and talking people out of their money. And when they provide their money, he disappears. You have chased him for, I think, about 4 months now, Craig, and he's not responding on time to your text. I even seen Brother Polite's name on his phone. I've seen the receipt from the bank transaction, okay? And I'll post all this so y'all can't be sitting here trying to justify. I've seen all this. So it's like you text him and he don't reply for days or weeks. Is that true?
Yeah, he don't reply at all anymore. He don't reply at all.
Once you pay, he begins to stop replying. Now, before you pay, he's all on your team, helping you, telling you what he's going to do for you. You know what I mean? And that will get people excited. Now, me, I have done some things with people I met, and they sound genuine. Some people just simply have the gift for gab, and they can show different things by example of what they're doing, and they're believable. Everyone is not just fooled, and some people just didn't know the research on him. I told Craig, we're gonna get your money back. And if I have to share this video in 100 groups tonight, Polite needs to respond to either me or call you, Craig, and clear this up and give you your money back.
I'm waiting.
Since he didn't provide a response. Now, a lot of people are saying why he isn't sued or things of that nature. But you know, some things are based on a handshake, or sometimes we just are trusting if we don't know a person's history. And Polite will not put things in contract to get himself caught up. He is smart that way. So he uses his gift of gab to make you a believer. You know what I mean? And people just fall into it. And Craig is a smart brother. He means no harm. He wanted to invest because he has a business. He wanted to blow up for his family. Maybe his products can get into the hands of some of these celebrities and some of these known people, and Polite can help him in that way as he promised, and he didn't come through on it. Great. Do you
Exactly.
have any more to say and share, or how you really just feel? You know what I mean?
Man, I done sucked it up so much. I just focusing on my business. I just try to focus on my business, man. I try to stay focused and try not to think about it too much, man. It hurt. I mean, it hurt. Explaining to my wife hurt. I know my business could have been at another level too, with that money. I mean, hey man, if anybody know anybody, don't deal with Michael Nork, aka Brother Polite. I mean, he ain't about nothing. I mean, everything he say. I mean, he talk a good one, but it's all a flam, man. It ain't about nothing. Ain't about nothing. And as far as anybody out there listening, I'm Craig Stevens, founder, owner, CEO, founder of Mellow Miracle. I make a natural skin product that helps with eczema, alopecia, psoriasis, toe fungus, nail fungus. It grows hair and pain. A lot of people use my product for pain. This is my advertising. This is my pain product. It can be Googled. You can read the reviews on Facebook. For pain, it works in about 2 minutes. It's amazing. It covers third-degree burns. I got invited to go on the news here in Jacksonville, Florida, for the burns that it covered. But it also covers eczema, alopecia, psoriasis, toe fungus, nail fungus. It has a natural smell. The smell is also insect repellent. And I mean, I thank y'all for watching me. I thank y'all for joining. But I mean, take heed, man. Brother Polite. I mean, I took him for his skin color. Looking at his Instagram page, looking at the celebrities, seeing them on the Breakfast Club. I mean, I ain't think that, you know what I'm saying, I was just throwing my money down the drain. I knew somebody had to know him, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was all the fugazi to me. I learned from it. So now I use pages like yours. I use pages like yours for my information. Pages like yours, I follow you. I follow J. Michael Clark. I mean, I've been following him for a minute. I mean, Dr. O. And
Hey,
Boy
they're asking for your website and product name again. Tell them.
Oh, I'm sorry. My website is mellamiracle.com.
Mellamiracle.com.
MELA. Yeah, mellamiracle.com. It's all natural skin products. And to be honest with you, this one bottle does everything that I named. And it works for pain. It grows hair, eczema, alopecia, psoriasis, toe fungus, black toenails, third-degree burns. And it's all natural. I mean, I do have other products. I have an amazing lotion that people use for pain. I make an amazing sugar scrub. If y'all would like to dip inside of it real quick to see how natural my products are. If you can see, I don't know if you can see my real rose petals and chamomile and all that. And I also make a natural his and hers, male and female enhancement. When applied to the penis or the clitoris, it increases the blood flow naturally. So, I mean, I'm trying to save lives, man. Y'all going to the gas station, using Cialis, using Viagra. I mean, I'm all natural. And this costs $15. So that's about 50 cents a good night. So if you ain't got 50 cents to have a good night, I don't know what to tell you. But thanks, man. Thanks for joining. I mean, inviting me on to tell my story on Polite. Thank y'all
Hey,
for watching.
speak louder into the phone a little bit.
Thank y'all for watching. I mean, thanks for watching. Thank you for inviting me on, man. Thank you for it's researchers like you, man. I mean, that the community need. I would say the conscious community. I would say I've only been conscious. I came into the conscious community about 2 years, I would say, about 2 years. that I came to the conscious community since people started thinking I was crazy since I didn't believe in Jesus. But hey man, thank you for the research, man. I'm gonna continue to watch your page.
And let me say this for clarification. See, Chief X is not hating on nobody. This brother got products similar to mine. I'm not scared to give him any shine. He can advertise his products. I'll share his products, even though they're in competition with my products. I love and support any Black business, and there's plenty of money for everyone. We don't have to hate on each other. So when I expose someone, trust me, it's not anything to do with hate. The conscious community needs correction, okay? And I could call myself Chief X. I say it all the time. I'm a junior elder. I'm a chief in the cyber village. You dig? So if something's going down, a junior elder or a chief is supposed to discuss it, correct it, and inform the village and the people, right? Things like these scamming that Polite does, a lot of miseducation that the pseudo people spew out, it makes it look bad for the people who are genuinely starting to do business. Dr. Umar Johnson scamming with school money, it makes it bad for real schools like the Uhuru Academy. The Uhuru Academy in Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth. They didn't start with they didn't even have $5,000 to start. So it makes it bad when legitimate Afrocentric centered education schools try to seek donation and help for the people. The people say, oh, hell no, we're not donating, because they hear about shit like Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh, hell no, we're not helping out with your vision or your plan for your business, because we see people scamming like Brother Polite. So what the responsible people are supposed to do is rid the community of these people. Inform the community. You are supposed to share this video and put a stop to it. Polite is supposed to come to this man and give him his money back. Polite is supposed to apologize. The people are to bring him to his knees. Since you guys don't want to take things to the police and talking about the white man and snitching, and you guys talk about let's hold court in the street, holding court in the street is sharing this video. That's holding court into the street to the best of your ability. We're not going to allow people to scam the community, make the conscious community, the Afrocentric community look bad. People popping off with horrible health information and everybody giving them awards for it after they miseducate the community. You up for an award. Polite gets an award on the Sonnetter TV shows for the best debater and gets shine. We reward him for his scamming and his bad behavior for the last 8 years. That is a sickness to me. And that is our fault. The conscious community's fault, because you allow it. You allow victims to be shamed, talking about, oh, well, you should have known better. No, everyone doesn't know better. Some people do not know people's history. Some people just come around recently, y'all. I have never victim blamed on any scammer out here, and you guys shouldn't. You do your best ability to put a stop, and that's for the greater good, for the future of the reputation of the conscious community, the brand of the conscious community. I remember when people were salting up and bashing the RBG movement. It made our brand look bad, and I got on the defense to protect. And that's what I do. All them exposure videos I do is not to hate, it's to give people clarification of what's going on. It's to teach proper information and combat bad information. I call it counterintelligence. And Craig, I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to share some of those receipts if it's okay with you, so people can really know. Ain't nobody lying. Polite did this in February.
Yeah. So when you share the
He
receipt,
ignored him after he sent him his money. He did not provide the services. And I will stop promoting this video and I will stop sharing it when Polite contacts this man and gives him this money back. Now I'm gonna hang on if anybody got any questions, because I see I had about 100 people watching and I'm answering questions right now. Anybody got any questions? What's up, Rocka Parker? They know I'm right. They know I'm right. And they know what I'm doing is righteous. I'm scamming to see if any questions. Ask some questions if you guys have any questions.
Any questions? melamiracle.com. All natural skincare. Oh yeah, and Chief, you got some good products.
melamiracle.com, and I seen the brother had some amazing. I liked his labeling. I liked his marketing game, and that's the only reason. And he had some pretty products, and he was professional about it. He has professional advertising, and that's how I said, let me check this brother out, and that's how I met him. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate brothers doing real business, having nice packaging and labels, and that's what drew me to him. And then I find out Polite scammed him. And the only reason he reached out to Polite is to expand his brand. And anybody else reaching out to others to expand their brand, them others are supposed to help them. Just like I help people. Okay? I'm looking for any questions before we go and end this stream. And Polite, if you listening, which somebody has tagged you, somebody's tagged you, you're going to see this video. It's going to be in groups. You're going to see it. Give this man his money back. I got some more shit. We know your name. I can show the people you don't have own no property. I can show the people you've been renting. I'm a former realtor. I'm no fool. See, the people are uneducated and don't know. I know. melamiracle.com, Keisha Mack. melamiracle.com.
Oh yeah.
I'll add his link when this video ends.
Third-degree burn, 30 days. Psoriasis, eczema. Oh yeah, I mean, it's what it is. Eczema, alopecia, psoriasis, this all the things that it covers. Well, just is some of the things that I cover. And thank y'all for watching.
melamiracle.com. Yeah, so I appreciate you, bro. And we're going to go ahead and end this stream. And I hope everybody shares this so we can get this message out and get this man his money back. I'm hell-bent on making sure this man gets his money back.
Need that money, and, man. Michael Nork, let me get that cash, Playboy. Let me get that cash, man.
Yeah, and you messing with families, man. I can imagine if I'm married and I give somebody $4,000 to help my family don't come through, my wife is mad at me. I got problems in my home. So we got so-called conscious people being home wreckers in a sense. When you rob people of thousands of dollars, you're also a home wrecker. You had no regard for a man's family when you took his money and didn't provide a service. You didn't think about his wife, kids. You didn't think about none of that. You thought about your financial gain. That's wickedness. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, Polite was live an hour ago, and he's scamming right now as we speak. He's making videos and trying to get the conscious community to collectively garner some money together and start businesses or build a school and do these things. He just got off. He's trying to collect money, and he's trying to put it off on somebody else, but he already said he's getting a cut off whatever people donate. He said this today and last week. He's on another attempt, talking about he's on a comeback. He's out of retirement, and he's starting another scam as we speak. Shut the man down. Craig, I appreciate you. We out.
All right, we out, man. Peace.